Hola Tejano fans, welcome to another episode of TMA TV. I'm your host, Leah Cruz, and I'm excited to bring you an amazing show. On tonight's episode, we have Tejano Royalty and Tejano Music Award winner, Desiree Nevada. We'll also catch up with TMA winner, Stevie D. Also, on tonight's show, we'll catch up with teenage Tejano celebrity DJ Lucky J. So let's get right to it and turn things over to Gabe as he chats it up with Desiree Nevada right here on TMA TV.
All right, TMA TV fans, I am here in the studio at the ARC Zavala Music Studios with my invited artist of the week, Miss Desiree Nevada. How you doing, girl?
I'm good. Thank you so much for inviting me. We're so happy to be here. And congratulations on the show and everything you guys are doing. I think it's great.
We had to catch you because you're all over the place. You're coming to San Antonio, or you're going back to Monterrey.
Yep.
You are a busybody, girl. So
yes.
tell us about what's been going on in your career.
Yeah, so we moved to Monterrey, Mexico in September of 2020, and I've been there back and forth, just kind of recording and doing videos and really just trying to make my mark in our music. And when I come home, I try to do as much as I can, see everybody that I can, and just to promote everything that we're doing, not only just for me, but to spread Tejano music. That is one of my biggest goals as an artist, and I'm just so happy to be here and with everybody that has been spreading my music. I just want to say thank you so much. It means the world because we really have been working really hard, and it's just nice to see that people are taking notice of it.
So let's talk about the brand new album. Tell me everything about it.
So this new album, titled Dime Cómo Se Siente, it will be out April 22nd, 2022. And we started this album, like I said, June of 2020. We were so just kind of heartbroken. La Preferida came out the first day San Antonio shut down for COVID. And I really didn't know what we were going to do. I was really heartbroken, like I said. And we started doing demos. We took a trip to Colorado just to kind of get out. And we recorded about 8 demos there that we had been writing. And it just evolved from there. I want to give a huge shout out to my group, Grupo Remedio, Lalo Morales on the accordion, Luke Salas on the guitar. Luke really took charge of the recording. We took all his equipment to Colorado. And we spent a week there, recorded demos. And then when we moved in September to Mexico, we started planning to record. We recorded half the album in Houston with my good friend Rudy Olivares, and the other half in Monterrey with my publisher, Unimusic, Manuel Herrera and Alfonso Herrera. They are my producers, and Alfonso is my vocal coach as well. So, just trying different things is the theme of this album. Today, I had an interview and they kind of asked me the same question. And, I really referenced back to Amor Prohibido, that album. It kind of had a little bit of everything. They really experimented, and I think that's what we did. My dad always tells me, we weren't doing a formula when we were recording. We just recorded what we loved. And I think that has been my main focus. And it's really, to me, like I said, this album especially is something that I'm so very proud of because it really came from our heart, and it came from a time of despair when, the pandemic was coming out. We didn't know what we were going to do. And it's just been the light at the end of the tunnel for me. Because
you've been traveling so much, you weren't able to attend the Tejano Music Awards.
I wasn't. We were not able to come home, and
you were nominated, girl.
I know, and I felt so bad. Well, and this year too, they were the virtual, and for me it was a bittersweet moment. We were at the house when the awards were streaming, and my producer was there, and my manager, my family, my band, and to win that award was something obviously on my bucket list. To join the short list of ladies who have won that award is something that I hold near and dear to my heart. To me, it's a great responsibility to represent Steph, to represent Selena, Elida, Laura Canales. I mean, that's not something small to me. And so, like I said, I hold that with a lot of responsibility, and I'm just so very grateful to everybody who supported me. And yeah, I was disappointed that I wasn't here in San Antonio, but I'm hoping
you're here now.
I'm here now, exactly.
So I have a surprise for you. And the guys from the Tejano Music Awards, Frank and Robert, they wanted to make sure that I presented you with your Tejano Music Award. So ladies and gentlemen, right now on this show, we're going to present Destiny with her Tejano Music Award.
Oh, thank you guys so much.
Whoa, girl, I hope you've been working out because this thing is heavy. Holy moly, look at that thing. Wow, look at that.
Thank you guys so much. Thank you, Gabe, and to everybody who voted. I mean, it's just been such a dream, like I said, on my bucket list. I have the chills right now. The first time we won Tejano Music Awards, you know, it was our first time recording, and I think we were just so excited, and just to kind of see it full circle, and with the new kind of start of a career, I just really appreciate it. My heart is very full right now. Thank you guys so much.
Oh, well, congrats. And I know the whole team at the awards is very happy that the award finally has a home.
Yay.
And it's going to be going back
To
with
Mexico.
you to Mexico. That's so awesome.
Yeah.
So, you know, you guys saw it here first on
Yay.
TMA TV. By the way, before we go, where can your fans log on to see your music and to follow you guys?
Yeah, so all my music is on all digital platforms, wherever you can download music. And then on my social media, I'm under @Desiree Nevada on all social media as well. So please give us a follow, and my YouTube channel, if you can subscribe to that as well. We're going to have a lot more videos coming out.
Any final words for your fans out there?
Yeah, again, I just want to say thank you so much. Please be looking out for the new album, Dime Como Se Siente. April 22nd is the release date. It'll be on all digital platforms. And I have a big surprise right before the release, so I cannot wait for people to see what's going to be coming out. And like you said, I hope this is just the beginning for Destiny. My brother Rigo's also working on some stuff, and I just want to say thank you so much for all the support, to all the fans who have supported La Familia Navaira from the 80s to now. I just want to say thank you so much from the bottom of my heart.
Well, thank you so much for taking time out of your very busy schedule to stop by the studio.
Thank you, guys.
And wish you guys the best. Please get home safely. And now we're going to be turning things back over to Leah Cruz. We'll be right back.
Congrats, Destiny, on receiving her Female Vocalist of the Year Tejano Music Award. And now let's check out the latest video by Desiree Nevada right here on TMA TV.
Ya ves, tanto que decías que no ibas a buscarme, ¿a qué debo el honor? ¿Por qué te me apareces? Si mal no recuerdo habías dejado de quererme. Si se te ha olvidado que poca memoria tienes. Dime cómo se siente que te haga tanta falta lo que ya tenías enfrente. ¿Cómo es posible que apenas te esté cayendo el 20? Porque hagas lo que hagas, ni rezando me devuelvas. Dime cómo se siente
What a great video and an amazing song. Make sure to add it to your new Tejano playlist ASAP. Now it's time for our TMA TV Spotlight with teenage celebrity DJ Lucky J. Check it out.
Hello TMA TV fans, my name is DJ Lucky J and I am a 17-year-old DJ from the city of Alice, Texas. This all started at a very young age, listening to one of my biggest idols. My dad hosts his very own radio show and even do mobile parties like weddings, divorces, quinceañeras, birthday parties, and all that good stuff. At the age of 9 years old, I started working on wiring, sound, lighting, anything and everything I could do, I would do, just to be a part of the show and help my dad out as much as possible. At the age of 11, I had this dream in mind that I wanted to host my own FM radio show, and through the ages of 11 and 13, for those 2 years in time, I was striving, I was pushing, and I dedicated myself every day after school. I would come home, I would turn on YouTube, play music. Just listening to the music, I would act like I was at a radio station and introducing the song. And so at the age of 13, on September 18th of 2017, me and my dad, we had a father-son duo called the Mix Masters Playhouse. We ended up starting our own little show there. During that time period, I met a lot of amazing artists. One in particular, Mr. Lucky Joe, which was a big inspiration of mine and a big reason why I chose Tejano music. And so I ended up getting to interview him one day. To keep a long story short, I started crying that day. He walked into the studio unexpectedly, and I threw my headphones off, and I fell and I started crying. Just watching, one of my biggest inspirations, my favorite artist at the time and still to this time, walk in, ready to do an interview. It was so humbling. All the motivation that he gave me, it was amazing. And so also during that time, got to meet a bunch of amazing artists as well. Mr. Jesse Turner from Grupo Signal, Sólido, Duelo, La Mafia at the time as well, and just a bunch of amazing artists. And so on January 4th of 2019, I wanted to kind of adventure off and start my own thing. We had this storage building that was full of tools and wood, and I told my dad one day, I want to kind of start this own journey of mine. Long story short, he cleaned it out, put some walls up. I had one phone. I would use his phone every day to go live, and I would use my phone as an Apple Music playlist, and I had one speaker, and I would go live on Facebook, whether it was 2 views, 10 views, 20 views, whatever the case was, I was going live each and every single day. And then midway through 2020 is when COVID hit. Everything was down, work was down, clubs were down, everything was down. There was nothing, so everybody would log into the Facebook Live, and that's when I started blowing up. A lot of people started getting attracted into the show, and then we ended up winning our first award, which was the 2020 Reader's Choice winner for the best DJ. And this is a little local award show, and we were so honored and blessed to be able to pick up this award. Towards the end of the year of 2020, everything started opening back up. I actually did my first gig on November 14th of 2020 in La Porte, Texas at Texas Snowbirds Daiquiri and Grill. For being the only act and being my very first show, we actually sold out that event. And it was just an amazing time. Everybody was so cool. 2020 comes to an end. 2021 opens up. More and more things are starting to come and open, and we're starting to book more. We were so fortunate and honored to be able to book our whole year of 2021, Fridays and Saturdays doing weddings, divorces, birthday parties, quinces. We were doing clubs at the time as well, concerts, and a bunch of other things. And on May 29th of 2021, we actually picked up our second award, which is the All-Star Music Award winner for the best online mobile DJ. And so this was another big accomplishment during that time of 2021. We just kept on doing it, kept on going live, striving and pushing, and just trying to lift people up during that time. It was a very sad time for the whole entire world. And so the focus during that time was to motivate people to not give up. So come to the end of 2021, we actually picked up a third award, which is the Guadalupe Music Award for the best DJ of 2021. Being acknowledged into these award shows and these award categories amongst, legends of DJs that were in that category as well. It was an amazing feeling, and like I said, just to be acknowledged into the category was an amazing feeling. And a big shout out to all our award show hosts and all our promoters and bands and everybody that believed in DJ Lucky J. It's been a tough journey. There's been a lot of haters, of course, but I just keep striving and moving. And I just want to let everybody know out there, whether you're 13 years old or 60 years old, past 60, whatever the case is, don't ever give up. Always chase your dream. Always follow your dream. And no matter what anybody thinks or says about you, it's you. You do you. As long as you have a passion and dedication for what you do, you're gonna be successful. You're gonna be good at what you do. So thank you, TMA TV, for having me tonight. Thank you guys so much for all the love and support. Until next time, hasta la próxima. And don't forget to follow me on all my social media, Snapchat at DJLuckyJ15, Instagram at DJLuckyJ, and of course, Facebook at DJLuckyJ. We'll see you next time, TMA TV. Thank you guys so much. God bless you guys. We'll see you next time. Hasta la próxima. Come on!
Huge thanks to DJ Lucky J for an awesome segment. TMA TV has enjoyed promoting the J Balvin concert on April 19th at the AT&T Center, presented by Miller Lite. We went to Social Spot, Doc Brown's, and Smoke Sky Bar, where we gave away tickets. And now let's see who's number 1 on Rudy Trevino's Tejano Gold Countdown Top 10 Songs of the Week.
Coming in at number 10 this week, Lucky Joe with Hasta la Miel Amarga. Number 9 this week, Savannah V with La Más Fuerte. Number 8, The Crazy Pimps featuring El Gran Sabor, Cumbia Barulera. Number 7, Marcos Orozco with Cada Día Más. Number 6 this week, Texas Latino with Completamente Enamorados. Number 5, Stephanie Montiel, Quédate con él. Number 4, Roel Martínez, Un Grito Medley. Number 3, Shelly Lares with Porque tú eres mi cariño. Number 2 this week, Jay and Roxy Perez with Tú y Yo. And number 1 this week, the South Texas Homies with Por Fin Decidí.
Congrats to all the artists that made it this week on the countdown. We were able to catch up with the Freddie Records artist Stevie D while he was here in San Antonio for a performance. Let's turn things over to Gabe and see what's new with Stevie D on TMA TV.
All right, Tejano fans, it's your boy Gabriel Zavala, and I'm here with our invited artist of the week, Mr. Stevie D.
What's up, Gabe?
How you doing?
Man, I'm doing all right. It's good to see you.
So, for all of our fans that actually don't know who Stevie D is, why don't you dive in, man, and let the audience out there know all about you, bro?
You want the long version or the
however
short
you
one?
want, however you want, man.
Man, I've been a musician for as long as I can remember. I joined the Navy when I was very young. I credit my mother with my musical passion. Mm-hmm. She bought me a guitar a year before she passed. I was still a kid. I was only 11 years old when that happened.
Wow.
Even though I didn't know the day she died how to play guitar, I was taught and I listened and I picked up guitar, a three-chord progression, so I could play church hymns at her services. And it was very important for me. And then, you know, what I found later after a few months, that I really wanted to do that. I really wanted music to stay a part of my life. So I joined the Navy and I was 17 years old, lied about my age. They let me in, they caught me, got spanked on the hand, got out of the, went to Desert Storm, got out of the Navy.
Wow.
And the day after, I had a meeting with my sister and my brother-in-law, who was her boyfriend at the time, and said, there's a band here looking for a Tejano singer. There's a little band called Grupo Ilusión out of Brownsville. These guys were all rock players, didn't know a damn thing about Tejano. And frankly, neither did I. All I knew is that I had hung out with a bunch of these guys, famous guys before, like Joe Lopez, Jimmy Gonzalez, and the brothers and the family. And I was supposed to be Jimmy's, I got an opportunity to be Jimmy's singer. Johnny Rod, my keyboard player now, recorded that session, sent it to Freddie Records, and Freddie Records said, we want Jimmy to sing. So I was out of a job like lickety split.
Wow.
Yeah, interesting, right?
Yeah.
But I bet you didn't even know that.
I didn't know that.
Yeah,
I didn't know that.
Yeah. So I called Brando Mireles, and I started, making phone calls, using my resources of the people that I knew that were still close to me. And Brando, I've known Brando since I was 15 or 16 years old.
And so what was it like signing to Freddie Records, man?
Oh, man. I think we've talked before in the past. I'm a business guy, right? And before I started off onto this venture, I wrote a 5-year business plan. And part of that 5-year business plan was to be a signed artist under Freddie Records within 5 years.
That was your vision.
By the 5th year, that was my vision. I mean, that was my business plan.
I don't know if this was a part of your plan, but we have a very special gift to present to you here on the show on behalf of the Tejano Music Awards. Ladies and gentlemen, it is my absolute honor, and I'm sure the honor of everyone at TTMA, to present Stevie D with his trophy for the 2021 Tejano Music Awards Best Male Vocalist, actually.
Yeah.
Congratulations, brother.
Thank you.
I know you worked your butt off, but I got this for you here, right here. And check this out. I don't know if any of the Tejano fans out there has ever seen the box that the awards come in.
Nobody ever sees a box.
Nobody ever sees a box. So I want Stevie to unbox his award here, so you guys can check it out right here. Check it out.
And I'm so honored to receive this, man.
course.
Male Vocalist of the Years.
Yeah, there you go.
Can I take it out?
Yeah, of course, man. It's your award. Look at that.
And now they're bigger and better and...
Look at that, man. Holy moly. Oh, man. So, you didn't get a chance to give your speech, man. So take this opportunity to thank whoever you need to thank for this, man.
First of all, I wanna say that God is everything, and there's no way that without Him in my life and Him present every day around me and my family that this could ever happen. I want to thank my wife for being my rock and just supporting me through this, because she was there the day I finally said yes to 2 songs at the rodeo, and then she knew it was going to turn into something else. But thank you, I appreciate that, baby. I want to thank Brando Mireles for producing the album and for giving me 1,000%. If I have him 100, he's got me 1,000. Just like my musicians, Jay, Bobby, Joey, Richard, Johnny Rod, and all the people that have played with me in the past, man, yourself, that you've helped me in the past on Bien Brother. I want to appreciate, I really, really want to take a minute out and talk to the new guys that are coming out there, like Best New Male Vocalist, Emmanuel J. He reminds me a lot of myself, man. He came down here, and as soon as he opened the doors for himself, he didn't wait for somebody to open the door for him. He went at it, and he won himself Best New Male Vocalist of the Year. So for all those artists out there that are looking to do what we've done, what everybody in this industry has done, is break open those doors for ourselves. Nobody opened them for us. We broke them open, we kept knocking, and we're not going away until you listen to what we have to say. This could be yours too. And I'm very particularly proud of all the new young people coming into this industry, knocking on your door, on Eddie Perez's door, on Brando's door, that want to, create some sort of career or some sort of legacy for themselves.
Right.
And then also I gotta thank Freddie Records, Mariano at Freddie, Eli and Ram for all the jokes and all the help, all the guys there, Freddie Jr., Freddie Sr., and John, of course. Hey, this one's for you guys, man. Estamos Unidos. Thank you, Gabe, for having me. Thank you, Tejano Music Awards.
Yeah, for sure.
Thank you,
man.
Frank. Thank you, Bino. Thank you, Gabe. Man, thank you to the whole association. I appreciate you guys. Love you.
Awesome. All right, ladies and gentlemen. So with that very special moment, we're going to wrap up the interview here with Mr. Stevie D. Thank you once again for taking time out of your busy schedule to come here to the studio. But I'm sure our fans out there appreciate it, man. And best of luck with everything you got coming on in the future, man. Turning things back over to Miss Leah Cruz.
Great interview, guys. Now let's check out a music video by Tejano Music Award winner Stevie D.
Bajes las estrellas, solo te pido que me llenes con tu luz. Eres tú la que Dios me ha mandado para amar, y yo siento la necesidad de amarte más y más. Porque me das la espalda cuando quiero amarte. Será otro que ocupa mi lugar entre tus sueños. Sabes bien que el dolor lo siento con tu silencio. Y al fin de ti nunca debí enamorarme. Y ahora quiero que te vayas y te ruego no vuelvas a buscarme. Y es que mi corazón me dice que al volver tú vas a lastimarme. Adiós, mujer, no vuelvas más. Lo nuestro es irremediable. La espalda cuando quiero amarte. Será otro que ocupa mi lugar entre tus sueños. Sabes bien que el dolor lo siento con tu silencio. Y al fin de ti nunca debí enamorarme. Y ahora quiero que te vayas y te ruego no vuelvas a buscarme. Es que mi corazón me dice que al volver tú vas a lastimarme. Adiós, mujer, no vuelvas más. Lo nuestro es irremediable. Adiós, mujer, no vuelvas más. Lo nuestro es irremediable.
Great video by Stevie D. It looks like we've run out of time for this week's episode of TMA TV. If you'd like to reach out to us to appear on the show, or if you know who you would like to see on the show, or if your company is interested in sponsor partnerships, hit us up online at www.TejanoMusicAwardsTV.com. And don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel. As always, I'm your host, Leah Cruz, and we thank you so very much for checking out this week's episode of TMA TV. Good night, and we'll see you next week.